Let's do it.
Hey, Will.
Hey, Tyler.
Hey, hello world.
Hello, everyone in the world.
And welcome to Viewer Regression Advised.
It's the show where two idiots who don't know anything talk about everything.
And today we're going to talk about something that we can all agree on.
Is very, light, I'd say. A light topic.
Bring it back. I'm still recovering from birds.
Honestly, birds was tough, and I think we lost some viewership there. But this week we're taking it easy. It's a rest week.
Going into politics.
We're gonna talk about politics.
All right.
And I feel like there couldn't be a better time to talk about politics and just have a really honest, uneducated, just
blabbering on about stuff that we don't know anything about.
Yeah. I feel like there's no better
good time to do this.
I completely agree.
Right. There's a lot of civility among citizens. Yep. I feel.
I feel the love,
especially on Twitter.
Twitter is has been described as a cesspool of love. Especially in the political sectors.
Yeah, it's all bubbling out of it. Really, every tweet. You can love every tweet if you want.
Boiling cauldron of love and affection.
Remember when it used to be favorites, not likes, the tweets?
Yeah, why did they do that? What a weird.
Yeah. I remember everyone was like, no, I want to keep my favorites, but I don't know, I feel
likes are better.
Yeah, it's easier to like something than it is to favorite something.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have kept it though. Like, I don't know. Like, they have pin tweets now, but
Facebook had poke, and that's a stupid idea, and that still exists.
Goodness.
It still exists. You can
you can still poke people?
You can go onto Facebook right now.
That feels weird.
And poke somebody.
As real as the digital world is right now, poking someone is as close to physical contact as a lot of people are getting.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad? You don't need to ask.
No, there's no consent needed.
You just poke.
You just poke them.
That's not very good.
No.
I think we're teaching people the wrong things about...
This is the wrong message.
Facebook.
And with that incredible segue, let's get into politics. Unprovoked poking. That's the segue.
All right. I didn't want to forget about it because I forgot to tell people about my dead plant.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to ruin that super good segue into politics.
That was more of a joke than anything.
No, it was clean.
Thank you.
I was here for it. That's why I didn't just say no, because I was like, man.
Yeah.
It seems like you were really working hard on that.
I did. Effort was anyway.
But if you guys were here when I reported I did get a plant, everyone's been asking, tell me more. Have you named it yet? Is it growing up? Has anything bloomed? It's dead. Just right there. It's dead.
I can confirm it's dead.
I learned something very important though. I don't get a lot of sun here, like in this apartment.
Well, no.
It's on the west side of the building.
In a valley.
And covered by trees right outside of my window.
Yeah. On the second floor.
Yeah, it's
not exactly
not a lot of sun going on.
No.
Here.
Not ideal.
I even had like a lamp on it, but that's I don't know how much 60 watts compares to a celestial burning ball of plasma. As far as
I don't know how it wouldn't compare.
It's light. Yeah. I can see all the same.
And depending how close you get to the lamp, it's the same size.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, it is necessary to point out that the plant was dead from the start because it's not a living plant.
Oh, it wasn't
like
even
a bouquet.
Yeah, but it was in like a sponge. It wasn't in soil either. But I think it had food in it somehow. It was weird. You just had to make the sponge wet, and it kept drying it out. It was sucking. It was slurping. You have something in your mouth? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. Yeah, go and take a drink.
Yeah.
All right, but we can talk about politics. I just
I
give the
appreciate
people
the
what they
plan
need.
update.
Yeah.
I was curious after last week.
Well, now you know.
The more you know.
So, I thought if we're gonna talk politics,
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
if we're gonna do this, we got to start from the start. Take it way back. The first politics.
The first politics would be.
I don't know. I thought you knew.
Oh! I thought you were leading up to like some dramatic realization of like
because
getting into like the socioeconomic status of ancient cavemen and their political systems.
Well, is that politics? What would that be politics?
Why are you asking me?
Because this is how the show goes. There's two people. I say something. You say don't look around. You're the other guy.
Oh, I was looking for like a lecture here. I was trying to learn.
Well, no, okay, so maybe you're onto something with the cavemen, though. Maybe that was, because I did write down my guess, which is like, I guess Greeks, but they were the birthplace of democracy.
That was democracy, yeah.
But there was kings before that, which is still,
right.
Monarchy is politics, right?
Sure.
Monarchy's, old England politics, like monarchy, the family.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is very prevalent among Europe, just in general. It's not just England. Like, the inbred European
oh my God.
Monarch family is very much like 16th century.
You forgot murderous.
Oh, murderous, treacherous.
A lot of murder.
Yeah,
happened.
A lot of
That's
depravity.
How every single Shakespeare play existed.
he sensed a pattern that not a lot of people saw, I guess, and made it funny.
Yeah.
Like every good comedian.
Yeah, not a lot of people saw that the royal family just dropping like flies.
Yeah. Whether it be because they didn't have functional bodies, human bodies, organs, or poison.
Yeah, a lot of poison. But okay, so is it? What was the?
I think politics is just whenever someone is trying to get social power.
Okay, so you got cavemen.
Yeah. So I guess...
and he's got big stick.
He's got a big stick.
But he's got big stick energy. Right?
Yeah.
So this guy is over there with his big stick.
With his big stick.
But he's got the energy of a big stick.
Yeah. And you know what happens when you have the big stick energy? You learn how to control the big stick.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So one man good at hitting things, the other man is good at telling him what to hit.
Oh my goodness. You told me about there was a president that said the carry a
Teddy Roosevelt
long cane on you. What was that?
It was Teddy Roosevelt. It's walk softly and carry a big stick.
He's the very first big dick energy man. He's definitely not the first big dick energy.
No, but he was the first president where everybody went, he knows what he's doing. The man went to his hobby was killing like lions and making a canal.
No, wait,
Panama.
what?
He
made a canal in Panama.
Yeah, just because he wanted to.
Well,
he's like,
no, the French started it.
Did they?
Yeah.
But they couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it because they were dying to like yellow fever and malaria, and then America. There's people that know a lot more than me out there, and then.
But that's not what this is for, is it?
That's not what this is for. So the Americans have superpowers.
Yes.
And they didn't die to the fevers and malarias. No, they did something, or they had like sent workers that had genetic resistance to it or something. It was
that's wild.
Yeah, and then the Americans did it because they could.
And then they started a war with Spain.
All over Panama?
No. This is a separate thing. Teddy Roosevelt had a crazy life. Well, like, he hunted animals.
Wait, how long was
he was a big game hunter.
Oh, okay.
He was president. I think he was shot at one point, and then he got shot before he was going to give a speech, and he went up. He got shot. The guy got arrested or whatever, and then he went up and gave the speech he spoke for like 4 hours, and then ended the speech with, "Oh yeah, and by the way, before I came up here, someone shot me. Have a nice day." And then everybody went nuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The man. Wait, what's his war with Spain? What?
There was
because he tried to take. Didn't he try and like make Panama like its own country and then make it a U.S. territory? Wasn't Panama owned
there was something
by
with
someone
Cuba.
else?
It was a Cuban thing where like there
Of
was
course,
an
yes.
American ship at like parked
Havana.
in. I think it actually was.
Yeah,
Havana.
Spanish. I didn't know that was Teddy Roosevelt, but I know there was a Spanish war that had to do something with Cuba, and they sunk
USS Maine.
The Maine. I was gonna say Manhattan, but I think it was the Maine in Havana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was
and it may or may not have been an inside job.
That was yes, probably was.
Mm-hmm. Because Teddy Roosevelt wanted that land, baby.
He didn't get it though.
What?
Well, did he get it?
Well, yeah. It was an excuse to start a war with Spain.
Oh, and then was Cuba a U.S. territory at some point?
Well, I think we got like Puerto Rico or something out of that.
Is that why we had Puerto Rico?
No idea.
Probably.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
100%.
That's definitely how we got Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Cuba, that was... I wasn't alive, but I'm sure that was scary.
What, the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Yeah, that.
We were going
that
to
and
JFK.
Russia.
Oh my gosh. My dad tells me stories.
There's a lot going on here.
We're all over.
Your dad was telling stories? What?
Yeah, because he grew up in the 80s and like 70s, and they had like nuclear missile drills where they just get under their desks and stuff, and
to protect you from the nuke.
Yeah,
get under your desk, wooden.
From literally the power of the sun, and then you get under your desk with
hotter than the sun.
Yeah, brighter too. Yeah.
On Earth.
Yep. Just right on the surface.
Because we made it.
Because we did that. There's a political move.
Making
the Manhattan Project.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Granted it was a wartime move, but like there was a lot of politics involved in that.
It led to interstellar politics actually.
What?
Well, like all the politics, like with the aliens that we have, where like the world society meets with the Greys, and they talk about like controlling nukes because, of course, we figured out how to split the atom, and then the aliens said, "Okay, these monkeys figured something out," and they came down and they established peace with us, and that's why we didn't blow up any more nukes.
Excuse me, Tyler.
Yeah, what's up?
Huh?
Aliens are real, man.
What? Where did this come from?
It's just facts.
Okay, sure. When did this summit take place? This alien summit?
Right after we started blowing up nukes, brother.
Okay.
So Churchill was there.
Was he?
Yeah. And whoever the sitting American president was. And then we made the United Nations based on...
Is that aliens?
They gave us that like idea to like start to globalize because we need to be ready to serve as a globe in the interstellar democracy, whatever kind of united thing that they got
Space
going
Alliance,
on. Yeah,
probably.
Probably called a Space Alliance. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I'd be a part of that.
Well, we will here soon. We got a lot more aliens showing up. Is because we're about to figure out, we're about to hit a technology singularity with AI where they're smarter than us. Then the aliens are going to come again and to help us out.
You're saying this with such confidence, and there's so much information you're throwing at me that you can't be making all this up. I feel like this is coming from somewhere, and I feel like I'm behind. Am I learning something right now?
I mean...
Do you have the audacity to teach me something on this podcast?
That's what it's about. What, are you not keeping up?
Oh my gosh. I need a moment.
No, wait. Okay. You don't think aliens are real?
No, I 100% believe aliens are real.
Okay. So they're not talking with the heads of all of our governments and slowly getting normalized into our society that eventually they can tell us that they're real and they've been establishing cohorts with them?
I think if that were true, that would be way more comforting than the way where we're at right now. Not believing aliens exist and just being ourselves.
That would be so cool. That would be very nice. Yeah, if we
everybody came out, if Donald Trump came out after he wins this election, by the way, that's my theory. That's my
that's
my hypothesis.
Which includes the aliens.
Right. Well, yeah, sure. I don't know if they have the right to vote.
No, they're probably not messing with the election.
I don't see why they would.
They don't care. They just care about the whole globe,
Yeah. But if he comes out and is like, by the way, aliens exist. They're very friendly. They love me. I'm a great guy. They're great aliens. We have a rapport. If he comes out like that and says outright that everybody in the world, all the governments, have been speaking to aliens for the last decade, I will be so happy to know that something else is controlling our political system other than
not just monkeys.
Other than us monkeys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I when he was first elected, that was the one thing I was looking forward to. I said if there's going to be a president that jumps the gun on saying that there's aliens, it's going to be this man right here.
Oh, for sure.
Which
he did, by the way.
Okay, I was about to say which he didn't, and I was disappointed. Excuse me.
Did you not hear, 2 summers ago, the United States Navy, I think, released footage.
They've been slow leaking this. Yeah.
Yeah. These videos came out in 2004 or something, or early YouTube stuff.
Right, they got leaked.
Everybody thought it was fake.
Yeah. And then
the government came out 2 years ago and were like, oh yeah, no, these are 100% real. We don't know what these things are. And we're currently investigating. They've been around for decades, and we don't know what they are. And that's all.
Yeah, no, I knew about that. And I was hoping on Donald Trump being like, no. I know them. I've talked to them. Correct the Navy. They're like, no. We know what they are. We don't know how they work yet.
Yeah. Yet. When we do, to believe me, we'll kill all of them. But we'll keep them out, No,
oh, goodness. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing my train of thought.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I derail?
Probably not. I probably would have lost it anyway. It had something to do with aliens and other such things.
All right. Who's the president in your mind that's most likely to be an alien?
Most likely to be an alien.
Absolutely.
Themselves. Oh gosh. So let me think. I don't know, because I'm trying to go way back and check them out, because I can immediately think of recent presidents, and from the ones in my memorable lifetime.
Sure.
That's only 3.
Yep.
So out of the presidents that I've lived under, George W., Barack Obama, and now Donald Trump.
Yep. Definitely
Barack Obama, an alien.
I could see that. He's too charming.
Well, he's incredibly charming.
Yeah.
And I've definitely seen his lizard eyes come out a couple of times on interviews. So he's an alien.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm not even going to question that.
Yeah.
100%.
There's videos on YouTube, man. You got to look those up.
All right, I will. I will. And I'll believe every single one of them.
Yeah, no, it's because it's true.
Because it's true. Because you can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
Oh, yeah. No. So, wait.
Okay, some front runners in my mind.
Okay,
include Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay.
Because that guy was crazy. Let's see. I feel like Taft, our fattest president.
Taft could have been an alien.
He died in a bathtub while he was president, I think.
How many astronauts are actually aliens? Probably all of them.
I feel like Buzz Aldrin is the only human astronaut.
No, all the astronauts are from Ohio. How likely is that? That's just a good place to make up a backstory.
Yeah, because nobody really knows.
You're not going to look into it.
Who's going to confirm that?
Who's going to go to Bel Air, Ohio, and look through the records to find the birth certificate of? I can't.
Armstrong, dude.
Yeah, Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
No one's going to do that. He wasn't from Ohio, though.
Who, Lance?
Yeah. Was he?
The astronaut Lance Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
You can't say with that much conviction unless Was he?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
The astronaut, Lance Armstrong, was from Ohio.
Why are you saying it like it's a joke?
For real?
Yeah.
What? Because that's not his name.
Well, you said Lance.
Yeah. Do you know who Lance Armstrong is?
He's the guy with one nut, and
he's the cyclist.
Why am I an idiot? Every time you said it, I like. Okay, it just you got.
I like how you got he had one nut before you got that he was a cyclist. Well, he wasn't an astronaut.
I immediately, every time I think of Lance Armstrong, 3 things come to mind: steroids, wristbands, those Livestrong wristbands, and
I forgot about those.
And the golden testicle in one of the Austin Powers movies, I think it was. That was Lance Armstrong's nut. Yeah. Was that in Austin Powers? Every single time it pops up in my brain and I see it. No, 100%. I can't not think of that. So of course, what was the real name of the
Neil Armstrong?
Neil. Yeah, it was Neil. It never would have came to my mind.
Wow.
It was brain blocked by the golden nut. I don't know.
Someone please clip that. just clip that, and we'll just put that as our intro for the rest of the show.
Did we talk about astronauts on an episode that went up has gone up? I don't think
so. No,
because I remember talking about Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, the coolest astronaut.
Yeah. Except Buzz isn't his real name.
Is it not?
Did I not talk to you about this?
I don't remember this at all.
So, I don't know his real name. But what I do know is that Buzz is a nickname he's had ever since he was a kid. Uh-huh. When his younger sister was born and started to talk, she couldn't say brother. And she ended up, the kids and how and she would call him Buzzer. Huh. And so everyone just started calling him Buzz.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. I was like, wow, think of that. Just imagine the whole world knowing that you have a speech impediment. That would be something. Buzz Aldrin's sister, the world's history knows that you can't say the word brother. That's what I think about when I think of Buzz Aldrin. It's his poor sister.
Get boomed. I hope she hears this, and I hope she feels bad.
I don't. I'm sure she's an alright kind of gal.
Oh my gosh. She's an alright gal.
But
she's the bee's knees.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, coming into politics.
Yeah.
I was not entirely prepared to speak a lot on modern politics.
No, not at all.
Because it doesn't have enough murder. It's so much more exciting. Way back
if you follow the Clintons, it does.
Whoa! Well,
hot take. That's a hot take.
Well, it's hot take recording day.
Yeah.
That's the day of the week.
Oh, it's just their ties to Epstein and
yeah. That was a suicide, so we don't have to worry about that.
I can't even joke about that. Epstein didn't kill himself, and I will not joke about it.
All right. Well, this is the first time on the podcast
he's ever been
wrong. He's
an alien though.
I don't think he's an alien.
No.
No. If he's an alien, there wouldn't have been a body.
Oh yeah, they'd definitely take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that one more time.
Anyway.
No, there's only been one murder that almost started a war this year. That was way back in January. That was still this year.
Wait, what happened?
There was America had a drone kill on some important person in some other country. I really should know a little bit more about this, but nothing really came of it. So.
Oh, yeah. Was that the potential World War III with Iran?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
You know what? I think it was bad to start with, and then it just didn't get worse.
Yeah. Which is fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine now.
Yeah.
By this year's standards.
Oh, sure.
If it gets bad and then not worse.
You know how many times there's been an attack or a horrible thing that has happened, And everybody went, well, this means we have to go to war. And then just nothing came of it. Because I feel like that happens like every year. You know?
You're going to have to enlighten me on that one.
I mean, there was like Benghazi, that whole thing, right? And
Okay.
American embassy being attacked. There's been other times where, like, you know, a French assassin will just, like, kill somebody. And everybody's like, wait, isn't that a French assassin? And France goes, no. And everybody goes, I think it was, but okay. And then nothing ever happens, you know?
You know, I want to hear more stories about French assassins.
Mm-hmm. They're out there, man.
I want to hear more stories. Let's be very clear about that. I don't want to be part of a story.
No, I don't want to meet one.
Never.
Oh, no.
No, not even if they're friendly.
Nope. I'm okay not meeting anyone who is an assassin.
No.
Or has been.
That's okay. If you are an assassin, you can listen. You can keep listening.
Yeah.
You know what?
Shoot us a DM, even. I won't respond.
Yeah, no, we won't talk to you, but we respect you.
Yeah, please don't kill us.
I think that works.
Yeah.
No.
We definitely got it.
So, hold on, though. You mentioned, it was almost started with World War III.
Yeah.
Who was in the First World War?
Oh, here's something that I really know a lot about. So buckle up, bucko.
Okay. I've got a bunch of questions, so
sure.
Consider me buckled as a bucko.
So I listened to a very extensive, long podcast about World War I, totaling to be about 20 hours.
Okay.
It's a whole series. It's Hardcore History. Look it up.
It's
great. Yeah. So, Austria, and oh crap, this is gonna kill me.
Hungary,
maybe. I don't know. It's one of those little countries right there.
Turkey.
Definitely not Turkey.
Why are they all?
But Turkey got involved.
Why is Turkey so close to Hungary? Isn't that just an insult? Will, tell me.
Oh my gosh!
Tell me who was involved, because I'm thinking they name it World War. Well, they don't name it the first one, right? They call it the War to End All Wars.
The Great War.
The Great War.
Yeah.
And
but it escalated.
They 2020 what is it? Hindsight. They hindsighted it and then called it World War One. Was the world involved?
That's the funny part, because it was this Austria and this other little country, and there were some like rebel anarchists who were like, "Hey, your country doesn't own us. Because these countries were at war. Austria's like, we own you," and the other country's like, no, you don't own us. And they're like, yeah, we do. And they just kind of acted as if they did. So then the Archduke, Franz Ferdinand.
Yep, everyone knows that.
Everyone knows his name. They planned to assassinate him, and they did. By the way, that same day, there was like 7 assassins. They all missed, and the last guy was the youngest part of the team, and he bailed on he went to a street where he wasn't supposed to be because he's like, I don't want to do this. Or something like that. He was in the wrong spot, basically.
Oh my goodness!
And because they had got some intel and like these other assassination attempts had failed, the car went down a different street.
Oh my god!
Then it designated, and it just happened to like run into the guy, like the last guy, because he'd gotten lost. He literally just didn't know where he was, and he's like, I guess it's not going to happen. And he just was walking down an alley, and he walked into the street. And here comes the Archduke's car coming down the street, and he went, cool. And he blew it up.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And that's how World War I started. It was literally just dumb happenstance.
Not an accident.
No, I mean, it was intentional, but like how it all went down was just incredibly like...
That's like that scene out of Benjamin Button where it's like... He stopped, and he had to tie his shoe. But then she did a twirl while she was going out the door. And it's like 10 minutes of fucking nonsense things, and then she gets hit by a car.
What? I haven't seen this movie in so long.
Benjamin Button, don't watch it again. shitty movie.
Really?
That's my hot take. It's an awful movie. Why is it popular? There's an interesting premise, and the story is just a dude. Okay, that's it. It's almost like it's weird. It walks a weird line that Forrest Gump did, where it's just like a dude and then
just living his life.
Just living his life. But Forrest Gump had like wild stuff just happened to him, or he did wild stuff.
Yeah, ping pong and things.
Yeah, but then he still had his normal life that he kept coming back to. But those hooks kept you interested.
Yeah.
Benjamin Button, the hook was at the start. He was born old. Isn't that crazy? And then nothing happens. The whole rest of the movie. I don't get it. And I was, oh my gosh.
I have to rewatch it now.
It was not, don't. It's not worth your time. It's so long. I fell asleep, woke back up, watched the movie, and it still like didn't miss anything. It was
wow.
But there's a scene that takes probably actually 10 minutes of like this cab driver stopping to pick people up and driving through a city, and the love interest leaving a show, and like someone stops to talk to her, and then this and then that, and then the dude had to turn down another street, and then he goes, and if any one of those things didn't happen, she would have been fine, and then she gets hit by a car, and you see it coming from a mile away, and so you have like 2 minutes of like, oh no, oh here it comes, but then it keeps going. And you don't get to the climax before you're over it. You're like,
I feel like by the end you're just like, just hit
hit
her!
the car!
Hit her!
I know what's gonna happen!
Please!
But that's kind of like how World War I started.
It's arguably exactly the same.
Probably where they got the idea to tell the story.
I think
like
you're
that.
right. But
that would be a weird symbolism there.
Yeah, and they're just like, Benjamin Button is actually about World War One.
Maybe we should rewatch.
Maybe this dude, that director's doing something weird, you know.
So this big war starts.
Yeah, well,
it starts small war starts,
and then Germany goes, well, we're allies with Austria, so we'll just come in and like clean up the mess. Austria's like, hey, come help us, and Germany's like, all right, well, fine, we'll come help you. But just like, here, take however many troops, and then we'll just come clean it up. And this other country, I think, was allies with France, and France and Germany are known for hating each other historically.
Oh, good.
They've always hated each other. And France was like, oh, Germany's getting involved? We'll help you out. And then
that's a bad reason.
Yeah, and then Germany went, excuse me?
You have no business in this.
And then the war just kind of went from like these two little countries having a little scuffle to like Germany and France, the two biggest countries in the world at the time, going, I hate you, and I want to kill you. And then the UK got involved, and then Russia got involved, and then they started fighting in Africa.
Okay, I was going to ask that. They started fighting in Africa?
North Africa started to be a bit, and then like the Middle East got involved because like Turkey was backing, they were backing, I think, Austria, because they also hated this little country, and they were kind of like right there. And then other countries were like, oh, this will be like good because like, hey, if we help you out, and we win, you know, you'll give us money, right? And they're like, sure, fine.
just help.
It went on. It was like 4 big countries for like 3 years. In the last year, like 20 other countries got involved because
oh my goodness, great.
They were literally just waiting to see who would win, and then they were going to join their side right at the end.
What?
And like it started. It went on for like 3, 4, and then 3 years, I think. And then the U.S. was like, we're not going to get involved. Woodrow Wilson, I think, the guy, president.
Yeah, that's happening on the other side of the pond. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We're not going to get involved. We're not going to get involved. Don't worry, American people. He won his presidency on the basis that he went, I will not get us involved in this war in Europe. I will not do it. And sure enough, 2 years later, he's like, yeah, we'll get involved.
So World War II was, again, U.S. going, no thank you, no thank you. That was Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, yes. That was Japan going, no, please. Please step into the ring.
Japan before that war, man.
They were the ballsiest country.
Because
they were doing that, and they were attacking China. Like, they were fighting China, and then just went, oh yeah, just send some people to attack America too.
Yeah. Who made that order? I
can't remember his name.
I want to read a book about that dude's life.
Like some Japanese, like the emperor still existed at the time, but he was like the political leader. Because,
oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, that's a cool thing about Japan too. At one point, they had an emperor, and also like England does. Where they have a queen and a like a senate kind of thing.
There's a really cool video about the entire history of Japan. Mm-hmm. You heard of that one? I don't know.
Yes, yeah. Actually,
and I knew about the weird emperor thing. That one's a fun one.
Yeah, Japan has a wild history, politically and specifically. Because they started as with shoguns and stuff, right? With, like samurai. And,
that's cool. That's cool stuff.
That's super cool. And then people came over and were like, oh, we'll just take this land because everybody got old and fat. And then that's where the China-Japan thing started, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm right.
But okay, so then the U.S. just decides to get in on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and because France, I think lost 14 million people, or in one battle, in one day. This is early in the war. France lost 200,000 soldiers.
How do you throw bodies like that, man?
Because the French soldiers were coming out of the last time they fought a war with Germany, ironically, was swords, and they had muskets, but there was cavalry, and you rode into battle with swords.
That's the war we started with horses. This is what's crazy. Yeah. We started with horses and ended with tanks.
Yes.
What?
And do you know what the middle ground for that was? You want to know the transition point?
There was a lot of gassing.
But it was this battle where France lost 200,000 troops in an afternoon. Because the French generals, wearing their feathery, bright red hats, and their green, shoulder fluffy things, were charge the German front lines. And the Germans had trenches and machine guns. And the French soldiers were like, okay. And after about an hour, there was a mountain of dead bodies they had to crawl over. A literal mountain, like a line, a fence. They had to crawl over. And any French soldier that refused to charge was shot by their commanding officer. So, yeah. You literally had to just run in and die. Or not run and die. Yeah.
Goodness. What?
What
am I supposed to say?
Isn't that wild?
Yes, I would agree that
they were so stuck in their ways. They're like, hey, this isn't working. They're just like, nope, it's worked in the past. Keep going. And then France didn't run out of people. There were still people who live in France by the end of the war. Isn't that crazy?
That's kind of like Russia sending people.
Yeah.
There's so much space. Who knows how many people they have in there?
Oh, Russia? Yeah. That's what Russia did. They thrive on we don't have guns, just send them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they try and attack us here, they'll die anyway. Yeah. We don't have to do anything.
So we just have to keep them fighting in one specific spot. So we'll just keep throwing people at them until they freeze to death.
That is one heck of a war strategy.
It's worked 100% of the time.
Or just mean mugging from across an ocean.
Yeah.
That one almost worked.
Yeah.
The Cold War.
The only problem is America's just as stubborn.
Yeah.
Well, at least they were. We were.
Wait, so what about... So that first war ended with the Treaty of Versailles.
Yeah.
Imagine being there. Imagine being a person.
That would be so tense.
There's moments, in normal people's lives where you go, wow, that was...
It was impactful.
imagine knowing that you are signing a treaty to end a war that will end all wars. That is
the largest war ever.
And you put your name on a piece of paper to stop it. How does that feel?
That's gotta be weird.
That's gotta be like, I almost want to say in a weird way it'd be humbling.
Yeah.
Just because like it's just your name and a little bit of ink, but all the freaking blood and lives.
Yeah.
That is like, and then imagine.
Yeah.
Thinking that blaming it on one country was gonna solve it. Nope. That didn't work.
No, it didn't. And there was a lot of things they just kind of brushed under the rug. Because Germany wasn't really the bad guy of that war. They were just like doing their part, you know?
Helping out their ally.
Yeah.
Now look where it got them.
And then, what, 30 years later? That's all it took.
30 years?
30 years.
I thought it was actually closer.
No, the war
30
ended.
years is not a long time.
The war ended, I think, in 1917.
And then I don't know.
The World War II started.
There's a movie called 1917. There was at least a battle during 1917.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good movie.
That's a really good movie. I forgot about that movie.
No, you forgot about that movie?
You said 1917, and I went, what movie is that? It's
about
so good.
You know what? I really couldn't tell you a lot about what it's about.
It's about a kid, right?
He's a
British soldier?
Maybe.
2 British soldiers.
2 British soldiers.
And they're trying to deliver a message.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's the whole movie.
Yeah.
And it's so spectacular.
Oh, because they have to call off an attack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's just one day.
It's one of those, let's just charge attacks. And...
Shouldn't do that.
Nope.
But all
right.
Let me look at.
Oh, you're checking your notes?
I'm checking my notes. Oh, were you gonna check your notes?
Check my notes?
Yeah.
Oh,
you got notes?
My notes.
Yeah.
Oh no. I didn't take notes.
Okay, I'll check my notes that I did take.
Okay, your notes, but not because my notes, they don't exist.
No, you don't take notes.
No, I don't.
No, I did take notes, and I'm glad we took a moment to talk about it, because in my notes it reads something about conquerors and imagining we don't have that anymore. In
really,
our political environment, world political environment.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in smaller areas, but
sure.
At a grand scale, there's not right now, the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
With Alexander the Great just taking over countries.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people being able to do anything about it.
Yeah, because I think we've peaked, weapons wise.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Threaten a bigger nuke?
Are you gonna nuke me harder? No, there's something about I'm gonna lose it. It's some with nukes, and they have to be what are the missiles called? They leave inner something ballistic.
Interplanetary.
No, the aliens have that.
Yeah, that's
they
the
haven't
alien
used
stuff.
that yet.
Intercontinental missile?
ICM?
ICB?
ICB. Whatever. ICBM.
Yeah.
We're losing it.
Yeah.
Point is, nukes do a lot of damage, and because of that, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh boy, you really lost it.
It's gone because there's something that I do know. And I had one conversation about it, and it's about how intercontinental ballistic missiles do so much damage just impacting that they are almost comparable to a nuke. And the point of nukes having to be ICBMs is because making them lower orbit would cost so much more money to do less damage. It's weird. I don't know. There was something there.
Who does
They
the
can't
who does
make
the
nukes.
cost
Yeah,
calculations
there's a
on
cost
nuclear weapons?
calculation where it's like, no, we can't do it this way because
That would
really,
just cost way too much money.
Yeah, we're already doing the max damage.
Yeah. There's no more damage to be gained from sending it from space, so let's just send it from low atmosphere.
Yeah,
low orbit.
It's the best we got.
Yeah. But if we could, we absolutely would drop it from space and get more. If we could kill more people with it, obviously.
Sure.
Obviously.
No, but the question I had for you for Conquerors is like, who are they now? That's a type of person, right? That mindset to be Attila the Hun. To be Alexander the Great. To be.
I will take this. Another one.
Napoleon. Who do you have to be in today now? Like, what do they do now?
First of all, they only have to come out every couple generations, right? Like those kind of people.
Oh, for sure.
Because they're so you listed 3. I can't think of one more. Not a single one more. But I feel like in our modern age, someone like Michael Jordan could be
I totally agree.
The mentality of that man mixed with his fame, I think he is the equivalent of a modern day conqueror.
I think he's on the same level of the man that I was going to bring up, Mike Tyson.
Ooh.
I think he's that same kind of crazy good at what he does.
Yeah, he even had the very typical mentor pulling all the strings.
Yeah, exactly. It's always somebody that wants something and a freaking puppet of a monster.
Yeah,
that gets stuff done. Did Michael Jordan have something like that?
Not really.
Maybe that makes him less dangerous.
Well, see,
imagine for 1 second that Michael Jordan was not motivated by himself, but by somebody else that always kept pushing him. Because no matter how...
he kind of had that in his coach.
Okay.
I guess. But, he went Phil Jackson coaching him for, 6 years, I think? 7 years? And those are the years he won the championship
every
6
times.
Time. Yeah.
So maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it took. Was to have this great figure with the world's talent put into one soul.
Yeah.
And all of the drive in the world, and then just somebody else
just to direct him. It's like a funnel almost.
Freaking point it. Yeah. Because no matter how driven you are as a person, you will never be able to push yourself as far. I truly believe that you'll never be able to push yourself as far as somebody else can push you.
Oh, absolutely. Because you'll break.
Yeah.
You'll break yourself. Because you'll get to a point and you go, I can't do it anymore. And then as soon as you get that point, you're done.
Yeah, you don't. You said I can't do it. Okay.
Yeah.
You never have someone going, no, you can. You will.
You will.
No, you will.
Yeah. It's, oh gosh. I honestly, I miss kind of 90s sports sometimes. Athletics. Because I missed Michael Jordan and I missed Mike Tyson and
okay.
I didn't get to witness it.
You were envious of not being able to see it.
Yes, that's a better way to say that.
Or not, maybe not envious, but
yeah.
Whatever.
I feel like I missed out.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, you miss it. Yeah? How old are you? You miss
I was alive for 3 of it.
You know what I miss is NFL Street, man.
What?
You ever play those games on the GameCube?
No. That's a game?
Yeah, there was 3 of them. And you could play as... I remember playing as Tommy Maddox of the Steelers. He was the quarterback before Big Ben.
Okay.
In 2003. But yeah, no, it was back here. It was NBA Street. Yeah. Have you played NBA Street?
No, I played FIFA Street.
Okay, so exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It carried on, and there was a football version, and there you would do tricks. You'd have to jump off a wall and do a backflip to throw the
Oh,
and
cool.
throw a touchdown or what. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
And you know what? That's that 90s grunge of sports that you're just never going to get back.
We're not going to get that. We're not going to see that again, I think. I think it's too safe. Another modern day conqueror. I think Tom Brady. Tom Brady in combination with Bill Belichick. Yeah.
You know,
Absolute
we're
conqueror.
going to have to see the end of this season to really...
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the same thing that happened to Mike Tyson. He lost his mentor. Now what? You know, Mike Tyson lost like 2 fights in a row and retired.
Now he's there's going to be another fight. He scheduled one.
Oh yeah, he's it's like an old guy fight though. It's not.
It's an old guy fight between a couple of gorillas.
Yeah. It's the old 90s boxing again. Yeah. They're going to go 3 rounds, and then they're both going to have heart attacks.
They're going to go 3 rounds, smoke breaks in between, and have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Just like it should be.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Do you know what, like, old-timey boxing was like?
What was it done on a sailing ship where it was filmed in black and white, and there was a live studio band playing ship music? Did they eat spinach?
Yes. And also, it was bare knuckle, and like
bare knuckle.
It was like old bare knuckle boxing, and the rules, I kid you not, were you go until a knockout. You go until the fighter can't get it, like knocked out or quits, calls in the towel, throws in the towel. And the rounds were not timed. They were judged by if you get knocked down, it's the end of the round.
Huh.
So the longest boxing match ever, I think, went like 120 rounds.
Oh.
Because after round 25 or 30,
those men never recovered from that fight.
No. There was like legitimately they would go into their corners, drink as much whiskey as they could, come out, throw 3 punches, one of them would fall down, and then they'd both throw up and go back to their corners.
Oh my, no.
It got to the point, by the end, the last few rounds, by the last few, I mean the last like 20, 30 rounds, where they would both stumble out, one of them would fall down, and the round would be over.
How is that not a knockout?
Because neither of them quit.
They just keep going.
They would be carried back to their corners, and they'd be like, I can keep going.
How do you get cleared from being drug off, from falling over?
They didn't clear them. They were fighting in like mud. Like it wasn't. There were no rules.
Goodness gracious. Oh, there's one rule that really actually should have carried on, and that's bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle's wild, dude.
Bare knuckle's wild, but you also avoid people throwing a 10-pound glove as hard as they can because they are not going to break their hand.
Yeah.
And killing people.
Yeah.
I think that's the... I mean, then again, you end up with a lot more fractured skulls and hands and fingers.
Yeah.
But people don't punch as hard when they know they might break their hand.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Mike Tyson would not have had as many knockouts. Well, I can't.
I don't know if he
think
probably still would have.
He would break his hand on someone's face. I guarantee that.
You
know what? He wouldn't blink at it. Oh my gosh, that man is terrifying.
Modern day conqueror.
Political system. You know, that's also interesting. How our political systems have shifted over the years. Because, like, politics way back when, they were conquerors. It's like, if you're strong, you win, and you're in charge. And that's politics. There was, like, granted, there was, like, the poisoning aspect, and, like, oh, I'm going to poison you, and then you're going to die, and then I'm going to be in charge. But, like...
And then you have to... First off, you have to do that. But you have to know what... Like, oh, I'm 7th in line.
Yeah.
Because my father, he's the brother of the king's son, which makes me this guy's cousin. So if I kill that guy,
that'll bump me to 6th place.
That'll actually bump me to 3rd if I kill him, because then his direct line gets all cut out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
wow. Yeah, that's so Tedious?
Why? Why is it so complicated? And it's still that complicated. You know, if like for like the people that are in line to be president, could you name anything past like I don't know,
Biden,
vice president?
And the Secretary of State. That's it. That's all I know.
What's it?
Right?
You know what? No, it's Speaker of the House.
Oh yeah.
Speaker of the House, and then it goes. It might go to Then guess it goes to the freaking oldest person in the Senate, or the longest standing senator.
That's it.
Like the person who has been in the Senate for the longest.
It doesn't. There's no revote. It's just.
No.
It's just you're in charge now.
Yeah. No. If it is if it's like urgent and they need to have a sitting president, what happens is they go down from president, vice. And they might be dead. They might just not be able to be in office for some reason.
They might have, I don't know, COVID or something.
Nah,
probably not.
They probably figure that one out quick.
Yeah.
And it goes Secretary of State, Speaker of the House, oldest sitting Senate, plan, and then it goes through the cabinet. Here's where it gets wild.
Okay.
If you are like fourth on the totem pole, if you're like the head of the Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
Right?
Way down the line.
So you're down the line.
Uh-huh.
But it's also not in importance. It's in when it was like Secretary of Defense, four important ones, and then it goes by as they were established. So Homeland Security is last in line.
Okay.
That guy.
Yeah.
You know, when we lose 7 people, I don't think we should have the Secretary of Agriculture. I think that's Homeland Security.
I think at that point we got to move him up.
Yeah.
Slide him up on the board.
But here's how you do that.
Okay.
Because the Senator why can't I say
Agriculture?
Yeah, the agriculture dude.
Yeah, sure.
He becomes acting president.
Sure.
Well, now he needs a Speaker of his House. He needs all of these other things. So he appoints one, right? So let's say he takes the Secretary of Homeland Security.
Sure.
He bumps him up. Technically, that guy who was down at the bottom of the list is now above the acting president because he was the senator or Secretary of Agriculture. And now he just assigned
him to be vice president.
Yeah, Secretary of State or vice president or whatever.
Yeah.
So now he should be president. Oh, yes.
What?
Yeah, oh, yes. And that cyclical thing would happen according to our current rules until we fill all the slots yet again.
That's insane.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
That's if you know, the first 14 people went out, we would...
Yeah.
Which seems like a scenario where you would want something to not be confusing.
Yeah, you know, when the 14 most important people in your country are killed for some reason or can't function.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a time for confusion. That's when you want to throw in the slippery stuff.
That's when you want to not know what you're doing. That way, it can only get worse.
Let's be honest though. If those 14 people were to just expire for some reason, whether it be they can't act anymore as president or whatever, if those 14 very influential people were to be done,
mm-hmm.
Do you think we'd get far enough to establishing the Homeland Security guy to be president, or do you think everything would just fall apart?
I don't think we would go through the entire cabinet until we get to Homeland Security.
Yeah.
I think if that happens, we're done. China's taken over. It's fine.
Yeah, there's a very if we get through all of the Senate like that, then you know what? That's fine.
We tried.
Yeah, we did our best. We had a good run.
Yeah,
good 200
but
years.
if we take out 5 or 6, I still think it shouldn't be that complicated.
Yeah,
we still got a shot here. Come on, let's not
rally. Let's figure out what's going on and rally.
Let's not shoot the horse before we know the leg's broken. Come on, people.
Okay, all right. So we've danced around this topic a little bit, I think. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this specific election? Because I think that's why people have come to us this time. We don't have to talk long about it. I'm just curious.
What are my... I'll talk endlessly about my thoughts about what's going on.
Okay.
But my position, it doesn't need to come up.
That's fair.
But my thoughts are...
Yes.
I've been trying to vote the policy, not the person.
Right.
And it's... So, that first layer is so hard to freaking break... And I don't know if it's always been this bad. This is my first election that I've, really tried to sink my teeth into.
Paid attention, yeah.
It's almost impossible to, figure out what they want to do without running into both of these primary candidates being, blocking themselves and saying, here's the word. I see stuff that comes out, and it's either side yelling at the other side in this tribal form that makes no sense, bringing up horrible, examples of why the opposite person should not be the next president.
Yeah.
This one, you know what? This one really actually...
I think I know what you're about to talk about.
Hunter Biden.
What?
You didn't know.
Oh, I didn't. No.
Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden.
Sure.
In his past, has had troubles with drug addiction.
Okay.
It's not a good situation, and you know what? As a person that's running for president, that's not a very good thing to have to talk about.
Right. You don't want that.
In the debate, it came up, and he looked into the camera to the American people and said, "I'm proud of my son. He's been fighting his addiction, and he's recovering. I'm proud of him." And people still post, pictures of, oh, here's his son smoking crack. Don't vote for Biden. That gets me, man. That makes me angry. That dude became so... the man that's trying to run the country was vulnerable and said, "No, I love my son. I'm proud of how he's turning this around." Yeah. And you throw it in his face. That gets me. That got me.
Okay,
consider me got. Okay.
That is... 100... Ooh, the hat's off.
It's hot.
Okay, no. I get that. I understand that. That's wild.
Yeah.
But...
Get a better argument. There's tons of better arguments against Joe Biden than, his son, is a victim of the opioid crisis that's going through the entire freaking country.
Yeah. We live in Akron. We understand.
You find something else. Yeah. That's not news.
Yeah.
That's a tragedy.
Yeah, that sucks. That's real bad.
Okay. What did you think I was going for?
I thought you were going to go for the Joe Biden ad about the coronavirus response.
I just saw that. Well, I saw one today. So what one's the one you're doing?
Oh, no, I was talking to you about this. Yeah, I'll explain it. So there's a commercial about this guy in Michigan. He owns a bar, and they have live music, and they have it's a whole history of all these famous bands have played there, and it's this icon. And he's like, "We might go out of business now because the economy is tanking." This is how Donald Trump has his coronavirus response has affected the economy. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he's ruining my business, and I might have to go out of business because of it. And I just couldn't help but think, regardless of your opinion on Donald Trump or Joe Biden, whatever, left, right, center, that argument is objectively dumb because
the world ended.
Because people were yelling at Donald Trump to close the country, shut it down, put everything on lockdown when this started. And he went, "No, because people are going to lose their jobs and businesses are going to go out of they're going to go out of business." These small establishments. So he kept it open, and then everybody went, "No, that's dumb." So he went, "All right, it's getting real bad. We'll start to shut things down." And Michigan, one of the places that openly condemned this the most, his leaving things open.
Yeah.
Shut down so hard when he allowed it.
Really?
And it is literally His whole thing was keeping the businesses open. And you're blaming him for this pandemic that caused a shutdown that, like, everybody asked for. And, like, Joe Biden's like, or not Joe Biden, this guy is like, yeah, it's his fault. I'm like, what?
Listen, there's
it's a pandemic. Are you kidding me?
There is definitely more nuance to this. And we... people will go on about like, oh, but if we did a proper shutdown early and all this other, like, I don't know. I don't know nothing.
I just think
you're on the Viewer Regression Advised podcast. Here's what
we don't know
say.
anything. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's funny. That is funny. What is funny is blaming a pandemic on a party. And here's the really funny part. I don't know.
Oh, this is about to be so funny.
It's so funny. You're gonna laugh.
I'm laughing already.
I saw a chart.
Yeah.
On a news channel while I was eating dinner today.
Okay.
I don't know the news channel. I was out at a restaurant.
Sure.
I don't know what it was, like News 1 or no clue.
Whatever. Yeah.
But the chart was the question was, has the nation's recovery from coronavirus, has that affected you positively, negatively, or no impact at all? Which I'm surprised there was like a good 20%, 15 to 20% of people that said no impact, which is just false.
Objectively not true, but okay.
But here's where they divided the answers into Democrat and Republican.
Okay.
So first, why would that matter?
So wait, they had the three...
They had those three answers, and they said this much percentage of Republicans said this much percentage of Democrats said this, and then Republicans, Democrats.
Okay.
Wait, how do you try and politicize the effect of a pandemic? But get this.
Okay.
The people that answered politically.
What?
There was... Republicans said I was positively affected. Democrats said I was negatively affected. Outstandingly. And I have no idea, like, how you associate, like... how does that line up? So, where does this come from?
I don't know, because genuinely, the only positive impact I can think from this pandemic is Purell got a big bump. And, cleaning supplies and stuff made a lot of money. But,
So, it was how is the recovery, like, how has the bounce back affected you?
Oh, okay.
And I guess that's somehow, like,
I could see it maybe, but...
Because, well, what I think happened was the people heard this question and then directed it towards, oh, how's Trump doing? I thought he's doing good. Oh, he's doing bad.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Because there's no way...
But that wasn't the question.
But that's how people are answering it.
Why does everything have to be like, this is why I hate politics?
The tribal two-party system that we are living in causes more harm to the American people daily than any individual ever could.
Yeah. And you know the scariest part? And this is a real fact? No country or empire, whatever, from the dawn of time till now, has ever historically gotten into a two-party system where there are, like, two factions politically and gotten out of it. Every country has died because the two parties almost always end up in war. And it tears the country apart, and then it collapses, and then a new country arises. Like,
be the change you want to see.
Yeah, let's
talk about Jo Jorgensen. I'm not going to tell anybody to vote for anybody.
But
let's talk about a third party. Goodness.
At least look into it. Like, I won't be voting for JoJo, probably.
JoJo.
I don't know.
Good old Yo Jorgensen.
Yep.
No,
yep. Just look into it. Just, like, because nobody likes...
She's the Libertarian party head from Libertyville, Illinois. What are you doing?
You know what that sounds like to me?
Sounds like a president.
Sounds like America.
Sounds like America.
America. Yeah. Wow. So that got heated a little bit at the end there, but
It was all in good spirit.
it was all in good spirit. And also, by the way, if my rant made you mad or you disagree because you have facts on your side, that's cool.
Yeah. No.
Good on you.
Tell us about it. Probably. I'll listen.
Yeah. Shoot us an email. viewerregressionadvised@gmail.com.
Tweet us at VRAPod.
Heck yeah.
No, serious.
DM me on Instagram.
Because we don't have sources. Like, we said there was a commercial.
I cited a podcast.
Go.
Another podcast to cite, by the way. A great podcast. You got to check it out. I get most of my political knowledge about this upcoming election from this podcast is To Whom It Should Concern.
Oh, that's clever.
Right? I like that. I like that a lot. It started by a friend of mine, and it's cool because they have both sides. They're friends, and he's very right leaning, and then they have another one of the hosts is very left leaning, and it's cool to see the dichotomy, and it's cool because they're friends and they're talking about it in that regard.
That is something I would like to listen to more.
Yeah,
a lot more shows where it's people that disagree.
Yeah, but it's not spiteful and venomous.
Yeah,
because there's too much of that already.
It was just about high time enough.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't think people should be mean to each other.
Yeah.
I think murder is wrong.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah?
This has this came up yesterday. This is just news and politics.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to mention it. We didn't really come up. Dude, AOC played Among Us.
I saw that. My friend told me, and I think that's actually really cool.
She played it with Gus Johnson.
Did he? What?
Yeah, Gus Johnson was in one of the lobbies. She went through a bunch of people. But yeah, that was a fun little humanizing thing.
I think that is really cool because that shows that it's not, all about these horrible things. There are people and they're genuinely trying to connect with the next generation, which we have not seen in any capacity other than very corporatized, haha, look, Hillary Clinton's on Vine,
Oh, goodness. Did she do that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Pokemon go to the polls. She had my vote.
And then she started speaking more things and went, ooh. She said other things. Yeah.
That's literally everything about politics.
I think we covered... What? Yeah.
No, that was it.
Yeah, that was everything that's ever been political.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we know nothing,
and now so do you.
So congratulations! Thank you for listening.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. We really do. It's feeds our egos.
Yeah, I ego properly stroked.
Yep.
Oh boy. Will, do you want people to find you outside of this podcast?
You can find me on Instagram, willwilcox_5.
Neat.
Yeah.
How about you? Pictures of birds or
anything? No birds.
No
just
birds.
Me mostly. If you want to put a face to, who am I kidding? Everybody who listens to this podcast knows who I am. But
yeah.
For those listening to the backlog once we're famous.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, this is usually where I say go to twitch.tv/thehoneyplays.
Yeah.
But Twitch happens, it comes and goes. It'll probably be another 4 months before I go live. I missed a week, and so now
that's it. It's done.
Now it's gone. But no, I should be on Twitch if I keep it up, but
cool.
Don't find me on other places. Just listen to this. Tell me about it. Email us. I pay attention to this Twitter and and the email. I try to avoid the social medias.
That's probably
personal
smart
purposes. Yeah. Mostly because what ends up happening is I'll be on my personal one and I'll scroll and then I follow these people. This is fun. I follow people that I don't like to see pictures of. That way, every time I scroll past, I go, that's right, and I turn it off.
I don't want to be here.
I don't care about this.
That's really interesting. That's actually really cool. I might start doing that.
So yeah, don't follow me anywhere, except for on Twitch if you want. You know what? No, I will plug something. Find me on Spotify. Yo.
Oh, snap.
Find me on Spotify, Tyler Gadosh.
Yep.
I make playlists a
Make some
lot.
good playlists.
I'm making monthly playlists.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to an album a day and picking my favorite song, and at the end of the month, just throwing them all together on a playlist.
Yep.
I hope it's a great way for other people to find new music. It is a little
You've
fun
introduced
project.
me to a lot of music.
It's a fun project that I've had. I've listened to a ton of super talented artists, a lot of people that I never would have heard of, never would have listened to.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, actually, find me on Spotify for some cool musics.
For sure. Yeah. All right. I think we did it.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Well, deuces.
Goodbye, everybody.